Hi there, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to my craft room. Come on in. I saved you a spot. Still need you to keep your distance because I still am not recovered from this awful cold. So we'll do our best today to stumble through this. I was so busy all morning. I did a video talking about how I wanted to do a campaign to make a bunch of journals to raise money for my air conditioning system. And you guys have responded so kindly with your orders. I've got everyone. This is how I'm organizing everybody. I've already started to print papers for the journals, and I'm so excited actually to get working on them. I love the variety and of what everyone's picked, and also thank you to everybody that's been supporting my Etsy shop. I appreciate it very, very, very much. I might not sound like it, but I really do. Okay, today we're going to do number 30, which is a pop-up element. And I'm just going to do a very basic one. Like anything in junk journaling, there's probably 20 ways to make this. But I'm going to just start with a very thin piece of scrapbook paper. I find if I use any sort of cardstock, it's just too bulky. This might be a little flimsy, but at least we'll get the concept down, and then you can decide for future projects how thick of a pop-up element you want to use. And then we'll use some sort of a butterfly or something. Let's start with the element first. Also, I want to let you know in advance that this project is going to span across 2 pages. So project number 30 is going to come across. I'll move it down here somewhere so 31 can still be, 31 is a spin element, so we can still do that over here. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure you knew that. So don't be starting if you have one project on one side and a blank on the other, as long as you have room to go across, you'll be okay. But we do need to take advantage of the center crease here. So let's see. It doesn't matter, again, with measurements, very roughly though. This is 12 inches long by just about an inch and maybe a 1/16 of an inch. I'm just going to make this into 2 pieces. So I have approximately 2 6-inch pieces. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold over a tab. And that can be, I don't know, about a 1/2 inch. We just need this little tab. We're going to use that in a minute. And then I want you to fold this in half. And then in half again. Might want to use your bone folder to get some good creases here so we can see what we're doing. Okay, and then we're going to do that with the other one. Give yourself a tab. Again, approximately, say, 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to take this one so that I have the right size, and I'm going to line it up. And I'm going to fold backwards just so I get about the same size. Back and forth, back and forth. There we go. So that these are roughly the same size. Now you can open them back up. We'll go through it again. We'll go through it again just so we can just to help out a bit here, because I know it's not something I can really write down, but just basically give yourself some sort of a tab, fold one end in approximately 1/2 inch, and then with this new edge, match it up to the other end. Fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. And then the next one, give yourself another tab. This new edge here, match it up to the other side, the other end. Fold it in half, fold it in half again. But to make sure it's the same size, give yourself a tab. Hold this up with this one here, and either bend this way. I like to go this way just so that I don't get too much of the wraparound. Just gives you that little extra length we don't want. This is a more accurate measurement if you just go back and forth. So You'll know what I mean. Sorry, I can't really, I'm losing my voice. Okay. So now with these two goodies, we want to make 2 little boxes. So we're going to put some glue on this tab on, so it's facing like this. And then bring this over. And we want to make this little box. So you have a little box. That's what the tab is for. It's to hold the little box together, little frame. So glue on the tab. And this is what we end up with. We have this little box, 2 little boxes, okay? Now, the next thing you want to do, squish them closed. So in the center, I'm using the 2 creases. Let me do this one again. 2 creases that don't have the edge. It doesn't matter actually, but it really doesn't matter. I just want to, it's kind of hard to tell actually. Where is it? Here. Where it's glued together, and that's where it's glued together. I'm going to match those up so they're hidden because they're going to get glued together. But just the half, okay? Just the bottom half of each one. So just half. Let's smush these together. So you have this kind of opening here. And grab your book. Just before we don't glue anything just yet, I just want to show you what's going to happen. This peak here is going to go into the crease of the book. And then we're going to glue down that tab there. And our butterfly or whatever is going to get glued on these 2 squares. This outside square does nothing but no glue. It just stands up. But basically, if you have your thing looking like this, these are going to be butterfly glue. Oops. And the other side is going to be book glue. And then your outside edge, nothing, no glue. I hope that makes sense, and I hope I have it right. All right, let's pick a butterfly. Let me get a big one in here. Viking hat. That's from a journal I made for my cousin. It's in honor of my late uncle. We all wore Viking hat helmets at his funeral. Great man. Okay, so I'm going to see, this one should work. I'm just going to take this butterfly and I'm going to fold them in half. And use my bone folder. There we go. So this butterfly is going to get glued to the V, or the inside here. Sorry, I'm probably breathing heavy and everything. I'm so sorry. I can't hear. My ears are plugged. I can't taste anything. I can't smell anything. No, it's just a cold. Typical cold. Okay. So there's your butterfly. Okay, and then this opposite V from the butterfly, we're going to glue here and glue here. And remember, nothing on the 2 sides. So that V is going right down into the book. So just make sure your butterfly is going going to fit inside the book. Inside, like, don't go past the pages here. Okay, so now I'm going to, what I'm doing right now is I'm reaching in here and just kind of pressing down. You can also use your bone folder just to burnish that. Now the idea is, let's let that cure for a second before, but he should just fold up right into your book like that. And then when you open your book, he stands up. So you can experiment. The smaller the box, the smaller your box that you make, the closer your element will be to the page. So that's one of the simplest ways to do a pop-up, which is very fun. So he's really raised up off the page, and that all has to do with the height or the distance of the box sides. So like I said, you can go smaller if you want it tighter to the page, and that's just with regular thin paper, and I think that's completely fine. But you could try some cardstock if you wanted to. But how fun. We have some pop-up elements in our journals. A very simple way to do a pop-up. Like I said, there's many, many more. But yeah, that's our pop-up. So let's get you written in the book. And I'm sorry this is short, very short video today, because I'm just, I need to rest my voice. Pop-up element number 30. And it folds nicely and really doesn't take up much room in the book at all. Tomorrow we're going to do a spin element. Right there. So if you have any brads, get those out. I'll be using a brad. And we'll make a spin element up here. Okay, well, thank you for watching and hanging out with me today. And hopefully tomorrow's a better day. Thanks for all the well wishes too. You guys are really kind. I appreciate that. And I might sound terrible, but I'm happy. I am very happy. I'm always happy to be on here with you guys, and I look forward to it every day. So even though it doesn't sound like I'm too happy to be here, I am. All right, well, thanks everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.